So, Larry, you have some new business ventures, right?
Yes, real exciting stuff. You know, about probably a year and a half ago, I mentioned to my producer, who took the rights to my life story, not to the light, in case we do a TV series or a movie or anything else we do in TV. And I told him, you know, there's TV for everything. You have HBO, Showtime, women's TV, white TV, black TV, comedy TV. There's no MobTV. So he liked the idea. And he started, first he brought in Nick Pileggi.
Okay.
Nick Pileggi is just on board as a writer. He's too far on in life to get involved in a startup project like that. But he also brought in Terry Winter, who wrote Boardwalk Empire,
Really?
Sopranos,
Wow.
American Gangster, a Scorsese guy. Scorsese loves him. As a matter of fact, when I told Nick that I wanted him to write our screenplay, he says, "What do you want me for? You got Terry." So he's the top guy out there. So Terry and Joe Paletto, my producer, are at the top of the list. They're president, vice president of MobTV. They brought in a tremendous marketing Italian name. I want to say it's something like D'Onofrio, or I forget, but it's a popular Italian name from Manhattan to run the marketing. I just met in Vegas the tech guy that puts it all together on TV. He put Ted Turner on the map with TBS. He's an old guy.
Wow.
But he's brilliant. Together, and the fifth name on the board of directors is Larry Mazza, me.
Wow.
I am the consultant. I'm in for a percentage. Nothing etched in stone, but I'm on board with them. So one of the first things we did was a friend of mine who was in the life with me, Frank Pontillo. He should be a guest for you one day in the near future. Let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he's reasonable. He'll have you laughing, crying. He's a great guy.
Okay.
He has this idea, mobsters versus monsters. 4 ex-mob guys, all did time, all tough guys, but they're done. They had enough of the life, like a lot of us find out it's not what it's supposed to be. Right. He moved on, and they bought all the equipment. They have trucks, have camouflage suits. They go looking for Bigfoot, the New Jersey Devil. They go looking at haunted mansions.
Oh, Christ.
But they're serious. They're serious about it, okay? And this guy, Frankie, reminds me of the guy from The Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be talking to you. You want to laugh serious. And I'm waiting for him to tell me, and I am serious, you know, like from the movie. But so they filmed the first season over the summer. The next one was mine. I'm going to be doing, I did the first season, a talk show where I do the interviews, okay? And it's called The Life, and I interview people that come from the life or have been affected by it. And I had Mike Dowd. Is another guy that you should have
really?
On.
Yes.
Yeah. I had Mike Dowd on. I had an FBI agent from my case who was very interesting because I'm glad I didn't have to say bad things about the FBI. Just leave it at that. I had a girl that Joe Paletto took on board. He's doing a podcast for her. Hopefully down the road, a series or a documentary. Luisi came on.
What was that last one?
Bobby Luisi.
He was from Boston.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight out of New England. Yeah, New England, right? I had Craig DeFrancia, who's an actor. And the nice thing about that, he was affected by the life because he portrays us now. So that was a great conversation back and forth. And he was my fellow. I had a guy named Steve Presby, old friend from Brooklyn. Okay, He moves to Vegas many, many years ago. And he was a tough guy in Brooklyn. He goes to Vegas. He winds up general manager of a place called the Crazy Country, Crazy Horse 2,
Okay.
TOO. It's a cabaret that was infamous, notorious. They had guys that weren't paying. They took them out back and gave them vicious beatings. If they were disrespecting the girls, they got dragged out. There were bodies buried in the desert. But while this is all going on, the cast from Goodfellas is coming in. You know, they're all sitting there and drinking and partying. So he had some crazy stories to tell. So anyway, it was the first season. That's coming on in January. I don't know the exact date.
Okay.
I believe it's Al Capone's birthday, which is the 17th or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be the grand opening of MobTV.
Okay. Now this is MobTV is a streaming service, right?
Streaming, yes, just like Netflix.
Okay, and then you could download it on your TV, on
Netflix.
your iPad, your phone, whatever.
Exactly. That's the only way to go now. Nobody, you know, everybody's watching, you know, streaming. So that's the type of platform it's going to be, like Netflix. It'll be a subscription, and it's going to be 24/7 mob stuff. He's got some movies. He didn't want to go with the usual suspects like, oh, that's a movie, Goodfellas, Casino. But he's digging deeper for some older stuff, some, you know, older classics. But every day, 6 hours of new material.
Mm-hmm.
So my talk show's one. Mobsters versus Monsters is one. There's going to be a mob cooking show. I'm trying to get him to do a mob game show.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And listen to this. Listen to this. I told him we'll name it Jeopardy. Wait a minute.
Right.
And he says we'll be sued. So I says, no, we spell it the way a Brooklyn guy would say it, Jeopardy. J-E-A-D-E, Jeopardy. How are they going to sue us?
That's actually pretty funny.
He brought it to his lawyers, and the lawyers said, forget this. We're going to get sued. But he comes back and says, you know what? Let them sue us. The publicity will be worth it.
Yeah, right.
If we're going to. So, you know, you just ask all subjects in that. But we'll come up with a game show. There's another one. This was my idea. Like Frankie, for instance. He gave me the idea because of what he does. Scenes. Just for the hell of it. He'll get 4 or 5 actors. He'll pay extras. He'll rent the place. And he'll film hit scenes. He'll film burglaries. He'll film different things, like 3-4 minute things. So I said, why don't we get these amateurs to send in their circus videos? Remember funniest videos?
Bob Saget.
You don't even have to pay for the content.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So it's such a low budget thing. We take all their content and we have a season where we keep narrowing it down. And at the end of the year, somebody wins. And we don't even have to pay anything other than the host and a studio.
Right.
So, you know, we're going to have a lot of stuff like that. But we want to do documentaries. We want to do TV series, which I'm hoping The Life is going to be the first one.
Okay.
And, you know, movies and things like that. So that's real exciting.